The presidential yacht Williamsburg stands by in the Potomac to take aboard the chief executive for his first extended vacation since taking over the job 16 months ago. The presidential holiday consists of an offshore cruise north along the New England coast. Rest and diet are the main objectives of Mr. Truman's trip.
No chief executive loved his ship of state more than Harry Truman, which is why no presidential yacht deserves the title more than the USS Williamsburg.
After all, this was the floating White House. During a lot of Truman's administration, the White House was undergoing restoration, and this was considered the floating White House because it wasn't just for entertainment that he had the Williamsburg. The ship was used for many administrative duties, visiting heads of state, negotiations with top administration people. So there was it wasn't a luxury, it was more of a necessity.
Truman's floating White House was 244 feet long, displaced almost 2,000 tons, required a crew of more than 100. Aside from the longer voyages, you could find the president here sometimes 15 weekends in a row. He was, quite simply, wild about the Williamsburg and the escape she provided.
Coming ashore at Quonset, Rhode Island Naval Air Station, the president gives reporters a first-hand account of his vacation to date and proudly displays the new white yachting cap made especially for this trip. Pretty nifty, Mr. President.
Oh, if Harry could see her now. From the pride of the Potomac to a rust bucket. When we found her, tied to the pier at the nation's capital's sewage treatment plant, proving once again that one president's necessity is another president's hole in the water into which one pours tax dollars. A symbol of extravagance, perhaps, but American history nonetheless.
There was a time when the president had a yacht. There was a time when he conducted business of state aboard the state vessel, a ship that was part of the United States government. We cannot edit history. We can't decide what is important in history and what to leave out. What price tag could you put on this ship if 100 years from now it didn't exist and someone would say we had the chance to save it? Would you put a price tag on that?
She survived World War II as a gunboat. After White House service, she survived the indignity of being turned into a floating restaurant. And for almost 2 decades, she's dodged the bullet of being reduced to scrap. Today, the USS Williamsburg is resting in a shipyard in Italy, of all places. Don't ask how she got there. Waiting for someone with deep pockets to buy and restore her to her former splendor.